things and the amazing people behind them in Beaver County. The Best of Beaver County is sponsored by and content is provided by St. Barnabas. The show airs every Thursday from 11 to 11:30 on WBVP, WMBA, 99.3 FM, and Facebook Live. Now, with no further ado, let's welcome host Mike Romigh to introduce today's program.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we have a wonderful show for you here today. St. Barnabas is a trusted name in healthcare. The St. Barnabas Health System has become a visionary leader by caring for people in Southwest Pennsylvania since 1900. Today in Allegheny, Beaver, and Butler counties, we offer a full continuum of care for our residents, patients, and retirement communities. By focusing on increasing the quality of life for our residents within the St. Barnabas communities, we offer health services encompassing a range of specialized doctors, dentistry, home health and home care, hospice, and palliative care. These services are offered within our retirement living, personalized living assistance, and hands-on skilled care campuses. Our vision at St. Barnabas continues to reach those in need and live out its mission through individual and institutional services that promote the health, education, and social needs of others. In building upon its heritage, men and women are invited to join in the work of our continuing Christian caring, healing, and teaching as we bear witness to our founder's reminder that God is able. Every month, we bring you topics of interest to enlighten, entertain, and educate you, and we can't think of a better way to do that than to present you with the music of the Christmas season. Through the melodies of our next guests, we hope you'll recall the memories of the people and places that make this season so joyous. Joining us this morning is the Beaver Area High School Chamber Choir, aka Dickens Choir, and the Director of Choirs, Susan Metelsky. The Dickens Choir will be presenting a collection of melodies that have been performed in many communities from Beaver to Kennywood Park. Susan and the members of Dickens Choir, welcome, and thank you for coming on with us today.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you all here today. Looking very Dickens-esque. Is that how you would say that?
I guess. That
Okay.
sounds good.
All right. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and how you got to Beaver.
I am originally from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Went to IUP and moved into this area in 1992. So I've been here for 29 years, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I live in New Brighton with my husband and 2 dogs.
Okay. Very good. What are your dogs' names?
JT and Layla.
Little shout out to JT and Layla.
And my
Okay.
husband's smiling right now.
Oh.
JT's his buddy.
Okay. How did you get into this from Johnstown to IUP? How did you get into the musical aspect of things? And what is it, the world drumming?
World drumming music.
Mm-hmm.
When I started at Beaver, there was a need for one more rotation for the students to take. They take crafts and art and gym and things like that, and they needed another one. And somebody said, "Oh, you're going to teach world music drumming." Okay. So I looked at the curriculum and I did the best I could, and I eventually took classes. I'm actually level 3 certified world music drumming, and I've worked with an African drum master, Salamanza.
Okay.
So it's very interesting,
Yeah.
and I love teaching the course. The curriculum is beautifully developed.
And I don't see a drum in the studio with us today. No
don't
drums
really,
today?
Not really.
Okay.
Not
So
for
it's
the
a whole
Dickens.
different thing.
It is a whole different thing.
Any of the Dickens characters play the drums? Or in world
Almost
drumming?
all of them have gone through the drumming curriculum.
Okay, very good.
But the drumming shows the African influence in our American music. That's sort of like the big idea, the big picture.
What is the African drum? Jumba or what is it?
Djembe.
Djembe, okay.
Very close, yeah,
All right.
djembe.
And do they play those a lot?
Well, I have a djembe and smaller doumbeks and 2 bonos, just little drums on legs.
Okay. Now, as we stand here and look back periodically, the folks at home who are fortunate enough to be watching this on Facebook Live, the people listening to it on the radio, you'll just have to use your imagination, because when we say the Dickens, these young students are dressed as Dickens characters. I'm going to move aside a little bit so you could tell us about the outfits that they're wearing and why this is important to the production.
Sure. Years ago, before I was hired at Beaver, I was at Western Beaver. And one of my kids said, "Let's go sing at Light Up Night in Beaver." That's when it was very low key, not very many people. And so I've been doing Beaver Light Up Night for 20 some years. When I finally got the Beaver job, I thought, I need to have something special. And I wanted to have the carolers. So we started with the capes first, the capes and the bonnets. And we thought just simple, and the bonnets are very tough to keep on the head.
It's almost on cue. You said the bonnets, and this one's
it
falling
falls.
off here.
and the black skirts. And then as we added gentlemen to our group here, we've got period long coats, vests, and then the top hats. And I've had students along the years spruce things up a little bit, so some of the decorations are newer. But some of those capes are 17 years old, 18 years old.
Wow. Now, do you find that it helps them get into character and sing in the period music that they're performing if they're wearing the clothes?
Absolutely. It just gives the feel and the look. And so many people, when they see us caroling, the smiles on their face. It happens when we get into our costumes for musical or plays as well. As soon as you get into that costume, it's just the next layer. It's
So
just
dress
better.
rehearsal, it's like dress rehearsal. Once you get into, I mean, you can do the singing and everything in an empty auditorium and just your regular school clothes, but once you put on the costumes.
It's the next level, yeah.
Okay. Tell us about the history of the Dickens Choir.
Well, as I said, we started off humble when I was at Western Beaver, and I think my first Dickens choir for Beaver, I had 5 students, maybe, and we just grew from there. This is only a portion. I think I have about 18 or 19 this year, so this is just a portion of the group. This is the older portion.
So these were the lucky ones who got out of classes today to come here.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
See, age has its privilege. So in terms of the choirs, and you mentioned the world music drumming, tell us a little bit about the different types of choirs that you have at Beaver.
I have a middle school choir. I have a high school concert choir and a high school women's ensemble for the younger sopranos and altos, and they eventually sort of, we see, graduate to concert choir. We have a show choir that doesn't meet during the school day, and then the Dickens choir does not meet during the school day. It's an after-school evening thing.
Okay. And it's been your job for 29 years to weed out the squeaky voices, or is there a difference between when they start in middle school and when they get into the high school, the voices and they learn the pitches and everything like that?
They definitely improve, and that's one of the things I do. I introduce we have a whole caroling packet, and I introduce it at middle school and start teaching some of the harmonies. And as they age through, they learn it more and more, and these folks actually become the teachers and the mentors for the younger students.
Oh, wonderful. And you find that works well because you've been there, and so you can teach them so that they don't maybe make the same mistakes or fall into the same pitfalls as maybe you did in choir.
And it also helps build a sense of community, which is very important for us.
Okay, very good. At this point, I think we're going to have the members introduce themselves. So let me start at this end, and you can just pass that around as you say hello to the camera, and if you have any folks watching you today.
Okay. Hello, I'm Haley Getman. I'm a senior. I'd like to shout out to my grandparents. I hope that you guys were able to tune in, and I love you.
Hi, my name is Kate Samchuk. I'm a junior, and I'd like to shout out my mom and my dad and my little sister Libby.
Hi, my name's Emily Garcia. I'm a senior, and I'd like to shout out both of my parents and my grandmother who are currently tuning in.
Nice.
Hi, my name's Alexis Thomas, and I'm also a junior, and I would like to shout out my mom and Olivia Woolley, who wasn't able to come today.
Hi, my name's Kayla Cornell. I'm a junior, and I'd like to shout out my whole family.
Hi, my name's Riley Paul. I'm a junior, and I'd like to shout out my family and friends for listening today.
Hi, my name's Andrew Cavett. I'm a junior, and I want to shout out my mom. Love her very much.
Hi, I'm Gary Liu, and I'm a junior, and I'm shouting out to my family. Well, Ainimang.
Hi, my name is Vivian Potts. I'm a junior, and I'd like to shout out to my mom and dad. I love you.
Hi, my name is Grace Jessel. I'm a senior, and I wanted to shout out my parents.
All right, very good. Hi, my name is Mike, and I'm a sophomore. Okay, very good. Okay, Susan, if you would introduce the first song that the choir is going to be singing for us.
Very good.
Let me sneak behind you so you could do that.
We're going to be doing Jingle Bells, and it was written by a man named James Lord Pierpont in 1857, but not quite in the form that we all know and love today. It was originally published under the name one-horse open sleigh, with slightly different lyrics and a significantly different melody for the chorus. What's more, the original version wasn't an instant hit, and it had no connection to Christmas at all. Jingle Bells. Here we go, guys, ready?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha, bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon as Fanny Bright was seated by my side, the horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank and we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yay! All right. I was going to come dancing in, but I didn't want to ruin the production. That was very good. How do you go about choosing the music for the choirs, and specifically the Dickens choir?
This caroling packet has changed since I started. I started probably with about 10 or 12 pieces, and as we learn other music, we add this, somebody will say, hey, let's add that to our caroling packet, which is evidenced by the next song that we'll be singing. That wasn't in the caroling packet several years ago. And we just keep adding as things we like this song, and this is something we can do very nicely, so we add it in.
In your 29 years of teaching, do you know that, do you feel that there are some students that really have that little extra that can push them to the next level?
Oh, absolutely. I see it all the time. They're in here.
Yes. Let's listen to the next song, if you will. It's Carol of the Bells.
Right. Yes. This is one of the newer ones to our packet. Carol of the Bells has become a popular tune during the holidays, and the original lyrics had nothing to do with Christmas. The song was an original 4-note melody. Is a Ukrainian folk song, so we hope you enjoy Carol of the Bells.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, big and the bold. Ding dong, that is her song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling the tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 ding dong. Merry, 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 ding dong. On and they send, on without end, to joyful tone, to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is our song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, o'er hill and dale, telling their tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 ding dong. Merry, 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 ding dong. On and they send, on without end, to joyful tone, to every home. On and they send, on without end, their joyful tones to every home. Ding dong, ding dong.
Well, let's ask one of their employees.
Hello, my name is Susan Elatieri. I'm a registered nurse. Over the last 9 years, I have cared for St. Barnabas nursing home patients. St. Barnabas is a team-oriented and patient-centered organization. Working for a company that values you as an employee makes it exciting. I adore what I do every day. I enjoy working with the residents. When you love where you work, it shows.
St. Barnabas provides exceptional employment opportunities. Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com/careers for more information or call 724-444-JOBS, 724-444-5627. Find out why St. Barnabas is apart from the ordinary. Discover great career opportunities with St. Barnabas Health System. St. Barnabas has campuses located in Allegheny, Beaver, and Butler counties. Why work for St. Barnabas? Well, let's ask one of their employees.
Hello, my name is Susan Elleteri. I'm a registered nurse. Over the last 9 years, I have cared for St. Barnabas nursing home patients. St. Barnabas is a team-oriented and patient-centered organization. Working for a company that values you as an employee makes it exciting. I adore what I do every day. I enjoy working with the residents. When you love where you work, it shows.
St. Barnabas provides exceptional employment opportunities. Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com/careers for more information or call 724-444-JOBS, 724-444-5627. Find out why St. Barnabas is apart from the ordinary. Welcome back to the Best of Beaver County on the St. Barnabas Radio Network. And we are with today the Dickens choir members of Beaver Area High School and their mentor and teacher who does a number of tasks at Beaver High School with the different choirs there, Susan Metelsky. When we went into the break, it was Carol of the Bells, which is an all-time favorite. You said that wasn't even in the packet to begin with.
A few years ago.
Yeah. It's like singing in the round, is it not? When as the voices interchange with one another.
Slightly. It's not an exact round, but it has that feeling to it.
Does it ever get confusing to them when some of them have to sing one part and another? You know, no, they're pretty good at that. Yeah, you figured it out. Yeah, is that one of your favorite songs, guys? Yeah, yeah, they like it. They enjoy it. Coming soon to a neighborhood near you. Actually, they have been performing around the area for a couple of weeks now, and they're headed off to Kennywood Park coming up in when?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. All right. Can anybody go to Kennywood to see that?
Sure. It's a beautiful venue.
Okay, very good. Let's talk with a couple of the students and choir members, Emily Garcia and Grace Jessel. When did you first become interested in singing?
I've been interested in singing like all my life, and it really just started whenever I was in elementary school, because we only get to be in choir 5th and 6th grade, so whenever it was 5th grade, I hit the ground running.
Oh, okay. All right, and tell us about, here, I'll just give you this, you can just hold on to that.
Okay.
And I'll get out of your way so people can see you, your folks at home can see you. When did you first get interested in singing?
I grew up in a very musical family, so my parents and all my older siblings were all very into singing and performance. I'm not sure exactly when it became my passion instead of something I inherited from my family, but I started to get a little more serious about singing and performance when I was 13.
Yeah. Did you have any influences? I mean, the family obviously has given you a lot of support, but any Christina Aguilera from Rochester, or are there any influences that you had?
Well, absolutely. My family gave me my love of music. Watching my older siblings perform kind of heightened that love. And absolutely, my wonderful director, Mrs. Metelsky, is my biggest influence.
Oh, very good. Emily?
Well, my biggest influences were definitely the choir teachers, because they just fostered that love of like music in me. And I have a number of different female artists that I like look up to very well. One of which is Emily Petersmark.
Okay, very good. And any future plans after graduation?
I plan to go to Kutztown College in Kutztown, Pennsylvania. I want to become a digital arts teacher for the high school level.
Okay, very good. And you?
I plan to go to Millersville University in Lancaster for secondary English education. I'd hope to be a drama teacher.
Oh, okay, very good. So this getting dressed up in costume and everything fits right into what you want to do. Emily, would you like to introduce the next song for us?
Of course. Give me a second here.
And the winner is?
The popular Deck the Halls, originally titled Deck the Hall, is a Christmas carol that dates back to the 16th century. It wasn't always associated with Christmas, however. The melody comes from a Welsh winter song, which is actually about New Year's Eve. The first time Deck the Halls was published with English lyrics was in 1862 in Welsh Melodies Volume 2, featuring Welsh lyrics by John Jones and English lyrics written by Thomas Oliphant.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Christmas treasure, fa la 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 la. Stars the way the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
Oh, Deck the Halls, the Dickens Choir at Beaver High School. Now, for the folks at home, you notice the students are wearing their masks, which is important during these difficult times that we've experienced over the last year and a half. But it's very warm in this studio. Just wanted to remind the folks at home, especially those watching on Facebook Live, it's warm under these lights and in this studio. So occasionally they'll have to drop down their masks, and you can't blame them for doing that to get a little air so that they are singing. You were saying before we went on the air, Susan, that your presentation was all ready to go about a year or so ago. And you had everything ready and everybody's excited about it, then all of a sudden they pull the carpet out from under you.
We were to open the week after we closed down production of My Favorite Year.
Oh, okay.
And the Thursday before, the Friday of March 13th, we all remember that day very well. The Thursday night before, we were just supposed to run, I might get choked up. We were supposed to run just the big numbers, just get them ready one more time. And something, my gut just said, let's just run Act 1. Let's just go through Act 1, and that was the last thing we did.
Yeah, and then they said, no more. No more. All that work.
It was going to be a great show, too.
Yeah. And it's emotional, isn't it? It's
It
emotional
is
for
very-
you, and it's emotional
none
for
of
the
us have
students.
gotten over it, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have gotten over it.
Will you ever bring that back then? I mean,
Not in my time.
No.
No, I'm close to being done.
What? You said 29 years, so I thought that's kind of like saying I'm 39. You're not going to say I'm close to 40, but
Right.
But you've been with them for 29 years, and
Actually teaching 31 total.
okay,
so.
very good. That's wonderful. And is the Christmas time performances one of the favorites for the students over the years?
I think so. It is definitely one of my, I love this time of year. I love all the
Very good.
the
You guys like the
songs
Christmas
and-
stuff? Yeah, very good. You look great. I just want to step aside again and say, you guys look great. It looks fantastic. And for the folks at home who are watching, I am double vaccinated and I have my booster, so you can rest assured of that. And you said that you were vaccinated as well, so we're not contaminating the students here when they pull their masks down for a little bit. It's okay. And you have Kennywood coming up tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I know a lot of the bands perform at Kennywood in the summer months.
In the early fall.
Yeah, and now the choir is going to be there. And does Beaver's choir, the Dickens choir, always perform at Kennywood?
We have, for about, I'd say 8 to 10 years now. My regular high school choirs go. We combine and just do our caroling packet, and they sing outside, and the Dickens choir will be in costume singing inside the Parkside Cafe.
Okay. You looking forward to that? You can't ride the rides at this time of the year at Kennywood, can
There's
you?
a few open.
Yeah, okay. And they have it all decorated for
it's
Christmas,
beautiful.
right?
It is
I've never
absolutely
been there for Christmas.
beautiful.
Yeah, so, and people can go, folks at home can go
Absolutely.
and watch this today. It sounds like if it would be something that you would just travel around the local communities here and sing choirs, Christmas carolers, for that matter. And have you ever done that? become Christmas carolers? Yeah, you've done it before? Where do you go?
When I was younger, I
Okay.
did it a couple years in a row, but
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
recent.
but on when Beaver has its light up night, which already occurred, of course, that's always a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yes, we're usually the opening act on stage, 5 o'clock, and then we take a half hour and go around. Although it was very cold this year, we nixed that part of it. It was cold and windy. We usually just walk around, go to where we see a large group of people, we just stand there and sing.
I guess this year it would have been around the hot chocolate containers,
Yeah,
'cause people-
right.
and
Yes.
Santa and all that stuff. And so, is there something particular that you're going to sing at Kennywood this year?
We're just going to go through our usual caroling packet, and all the songs that you've heard already are definitely part of that.
Okay. Is there do any of you have any favorite Christmas songs? Yeah, let's talk about that. Any favorite Christmas songs that maybe you wish was a part of this?
Well, I know one of my favorite Christmas songs is already a part of the caroling packet because I remember I sing it year-round, like after I learned it with Miss Metalski here. I adore the Coventry Carol. It is a gorgeous piece of music.
Oh, okay. Very good. Somebody else had their hand up in the back? No? On the other side?
No?
Oh, okay.
My favorite song is definitely Silent Night. We get to sing it in German first, and then we sing the first verse in English after.
Very good. And this young lady over here?
Give it to Viv.
We sing one called Lule, and it's just so pretty, although our males don't get to partake in it.
It's just
but
a soprano altos.
Yeah,
it is
okay.
very beautiful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you want to sneak in another song? I mean, any of those ones? Or one that
Do you
they're
want to do
prepared
Lule?
to? Which one do you want to do?
Lule?
The Coventry Carol, Lule,
Right.
Silent Night. There they are, the Beaver Dickens Choir. Lule. Yeah. So they go through a whole repertoire. It's like putting together an album, and some of them don't make the cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of them we mix every once in a while.
Yeah, okay. What kind of commitment does it take for these students to perform? You say their practices are after school, but they have to keep their studies up, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yes, we do. I don't really get on them too much about that. Maybe I should do that more. But if I do,
they look like wonderful world-class students as well.
But if I do hear of a student that's struggling, we try to get some help some way, shape, or form.
And I think the weather is supposed to be nice tomorrow night for your journey to Kennywood as well. Where can people get more information about upcoming performances by either the Dickens Choir or any of your choirs?
On the Beaver Area School District website.
So find out there. Is there something coming up after the holidays into the spring?
Well, the big reveal. We're doing the Little Mermaid. March 17th through 20.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's wonderful.
The ticket prices or tickets will be on eventually. That's a little too early for that.
Yeah. And do you, aside from the families and friends of the performers, do people usually respond whenever you have the productions coming up?
Yes. Not last year. It was a little light last year, but we usually get pretty good. Okay. It depends on the show.
Who gets to sing Sebastian's lines? Have they already started for that?
Grace.
Under the sea. Very good.
She's pretty good with accents, so she's going to knock it out of the park.
Okay. Well, she was saying earlier that she has a family that's very supportive in the arts as well. So very good. And for other students, maybe there are other parents of students coming up through the Beaver system. How could they get involved in your choirs? Is there auditions?
None of my choirs are really by audition, even this chamber. I take everybody that wants to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
so
good.
So they just need to
express an interest.
Express an interest. We start our formal choir program in 5th grade.
Okay.
But they're singing in the general music.
Yeah, that sounds great. We do have maybe as we leave the program today, there's time for you to perform another song if you'd like to. Coventry Carols.
Absolutely.
Silent Night,
We're gonna do a "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" as our. That's our typical ending song.
Very good.
So.
Here it is, the Dickens Choir from Beaver Area High School.
Thank you
and
so
Susan
much.
Metelsky is their director. And check them out at Kennywood tomorrow night, or find out more by going to the Beaver Area High School website. Thank you all for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding, oh, bring us some figgy pudding, oh, bring us some figgy pudding, now bring some right here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, we won't go until we get some, so bring some right here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, the St. Barnabas Radio Network, the best of Beaver County. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you next time. Stay safe.
Thank you for listening to the best of Beaver County. St. Barnabas is pleased to have provided content and sponsorship for the program. Tune in this Sunday at 11:30 for an encore presentation of today's program on Beaver County Radio. And next Thursday at 11 for another edition of the Best of Beaver County on WBVP, WMBA, and 99.3 FM.